Now, as a witness, you may have probably heard, and it's brought out in the Proclaimer's book, a famous talk or lecture that Joseph Rutherford gave back in the early 1900s, 1918 to be exact. Millions now living will never die. He gave this in 1918, okay? Now, the fact is that millions that were living did die, okay? And during this famous lecture, Joseph Rutherford proclaimed that Jesus would return in 1925 and resurrect Abraham, Isaac, and ones of old. And of course, we know that that didn't happen, okay? One interesting point, this is from this is a website here that I'm just looking at. It's just a billboard picture of Joseph Rutherford. Notice it says here, conclusively proven by many Bible prophecies which have been fulfilled during the past 4 years, and from many others still in course of fulfillment, that thousands now living in this city will never die. Okay, this is another interesting point here, is that it says here, I can't make out this word right here. It says, the statement, millions now living will never die, to be taken literally as it is in the light of recently fulfilled prophecy. Probable, biblical, smudge there or something, I can't read it. But anyway, there's a problem with this, is that this came out in 1918 is when Joseph Rutherford gave this famous lecture or whatever. 1918. Now, if Jesus was coming to earth to inspect all religions between 1918 and 1919, and during this lecture, Joseph Rutherford is proclaiming that Jesus would return in 1925, and of course he didn't. And Jesus is doing an inspection of all religions, and the ones that he finds favorable between that time period of 1918 and 1919 are the Watchtower Society, Jehovah's Witnesses. Why would he say that they are the one true organization? Why would he designate them if before 1919 they were false prophesying, basically? False prophesying. Now, the society can say that they were mistaken, that they were in error, but in reality, it was false prophesying. Okay? Now, that's a problem, okay? Because if Jesus' inspection during that time, there would be no question, you know, if he was to select one organization, it would be without flaw whatsoever, you know, no false prophesying, no predicting of dates or anything of that sort, okay? Now, this is something that I really have a problem with, and I'm going to read this to you. This is a quote from 11/15/55 Watchtower, November 15th, 55 Watchtower. And I know witnesses will say, oh, people always harp on the old publications. Well, yeah, you know, it's Watchtower literature. I mean, you know, let's just face the facts here, okay? 11/15/55 Watchtower, page 698. It's under the heading, Jehovah is in his holy temple. Now, this is a quote that Nathan Noor had made, okay? In 1955, he was the president at that time. He had a strong hold on the society. It says this, stirring up increasing interest in them, Jehovah caused to be preached from 1918 the startling public message, millions now living will never die. So, if Jehovah caused it, if Jehovah caused it, and those predictions, prophecies that Rutherford predicted didn't come true regarding Jesus' return in 1925, why would Jehovah have anything to do with that? You know, that quote from the Watchtower right there is a prime example that you could show any witness. You know, they say, well, they never predicted in Jehovah's name or prophesied in Jehovah's name or anything like that. But that quote right there, stirring up increasing interest in them, Jehovah caused to be preached from 1918, the startling public message, millions now living will never die. Well, if Jehovah caused it, then why didn't it come true? That's my only point, folks.